Hey everybody, so this is it, day 365. So I've completed the 1 year of jump rope that I set out to do a year ago now. I did 365 days in a row, and I knew that my fitness was at a good level because even though I'm not increasing the amount I'm doing every day, I'm basically just doing 10 minutes every day. You build from doing that. This is something I've realized in weightlifting. This is something I've realized with cardio is although to progress optimally, you need to continue to increase the stimulus. If you consistently do something every single day, you will get stronger. Your body will get stronger. It will get better. So that's what I realized with the jump rope. And so I set out on this last day to do an hour of jump rope. And I was able to complete that. I did miss a couple skips around the half hour mark. I was trying to adjust, my shirt got so sweaty that I was trying to adjust it while skipping. And I ended up, it didn't work. Basically, it worked a couple of times, and one time it didn't work, and I missed a skip, and another time I lost concentration. But um, yeah, I was able to complete the hour. I was very happy about that. I thought it was a good finale, um, and yeah, I am very happy with how this year went. So I wanted to reflect on a couple of things as you see me skipping. First of all, thanks for anybody that followed along on this channel. I know that I've been kind of inconsistent with uploads and the videos maybe aren't that interesting, but I kind of did this as a nice project, a motivating thing for myself to maintain discipline, but also for other people to see that I'm consistently doing this and to see how much I've increased in ability and cardiovascular ability. Um, but yeah, I thought I'd reflect on um, first physically how the jump rope went. So when I started, I and I've talked about this before, I really struggled um, to do the jump rope every day. I felt like my body was wearing down. But basically, long story short, as time went on, my body adapted more and more and more and more to jumping rope every day to the point where I never felt any kind of soreness, pain, discomfort, anything from the jump rope. The jump rope didn't wasn't impacted by anything in a sense. It was just it was physical activity, but more in a mental sense. It no longer became something that I felt like was cardio or I felt like impacted my training, my other training in any way. It was just part of my life. Um, it made my legs stronger. Uh, my ability to squat, my ability to do any kind of leg weight activity um, was easier. Or I should say, is easier now than it was before I started. I think a big reason for that is not so much that I included this, I increased the strength of the big movers, but more that I increased my stability in my knee, in my ankles, in my hips, all the little muscles and ligaments and things that stabilize you got stronger. If you ever see a sprinter sprinting in slow motion, you'll see that only they have very good ankle stability. That their feet aren't flopping over to one side. They're kind of bursting almost. It looks like off of their toes. And I remember looking at that and saying, that's interesting. Because when I used to run, I felt like I was having to use my whole foot, but that was because my ankles weren't very strong. My calves weren't very strong. The soleus, all the connective tissue wasn't very strong. Now, when I run, I feel that I run kind of more on my toes. I move more um, in that way. Even when I walk around now, I feel very light on my feet. I'm very I don't yeah, I don't feel like I plod. I feel when I walk that it's I walk different now. Basically is the point. I'm lighter on my feet. So those have been physical benefits. In terms of upper body, it's hard to say. I've done a lot of upper body training. It's hard to say the impact that jump rope has had. I'd say that the impacts that jump rope can have on your upper body that are unseen, because I don't think you're going to build muscle on your upper body from jump rope. But what you are going to do, I can confidently say, is you're going to make your wrists more healthy and stronger. I'm somebody that does a lot of wrist exercises being an arm wrestler, and it makes them healthier. It makes them stronger in not in a overall strength sense, but in a health sense, which when it comes to arm wrestling is almost just as important as the strength itself. How able are you able to stay healthy? So wrists, rotator cuffs. Jump rope is a great way to strengthen your rotator cuffs, I think. For me, even up till this day, the first couple minutes of jump rope, I can feel my rotator cuffs burning, which is a great thing. Side delts, again, I don't think it'll build strength per se. It won't. It's not going to make your side lateral raises stronger. It's not going to increase the size of your side delts, but it will increase the stability of them as you're doing other exercises. So physically, I would say those are some of the main benefits. Um, yeah, doing jump rope every day will impact you physically. I would say it also adds an element of health to your lower body, because you're not putting a huge amount of stress on your lower body, while at the same time it slowly accumulates over the days and weeks and months. Mentally, I would say jump rope has much more benefits than physically. It's something that can be done in one location. Um, you don't need space. You don't need much. You need a flat surface to jump on, and you need a rope, and you need enough overhead space to skip the rope. If you have those three things, which isn't much, you can jump rope. If you have a driveway, you can jump rope. If you have an indoor room with high overhead ceilings, you can jump rope. If you go to a gym, you can jump rope. Um, there's a lot of places that you can use this tool. And when you jump rope and when you get good at it, you don't have to think as much about jumping rope. If you're trying to learn tricks, of course, you do, but if you're just jumping, skipping as I am here, you're not thinking so much about what you're actually doing. You're thinking about other things. And for me, it's similar to going for a walk. So some people find that they think really well when they go for a walk, and I also think well when I go for a walk, but I think even better when I'm jumping rope. I'm able to concentrate, but more than concentrate, I'm able to I'm exercising. It's more of an exercise than a walk, but I'm not moving. So you can keep your eyes fixated on one thing and drift off into thought about something you want to think about, or things you want to improve, or whatever the case may be, I just think that mentally it's a very good tool. It's something that, yeah, it allows you to think about what you want to think about. You're separated, you're not on a screen, you're not usually talking to anybody. I would recommend not using headphones or music because you'll hear, not only is it a physical activity that you're doing, but you'll also you have this almost white noise of the sound of the rope. When the voiceover ends, you'll hear that click, 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 which if you're listening to it for maybe an hour watching a video is kind of boring, but when you're actually skipping, you'll hear your feet hitting the ground, you'll hear the rope. It becomes, um, almost like listening to classical music. So you're thinking, you got the rope, you're exercising at the same time. I just think it was very good for me this year um, to be able to do that. And yeah, I had a great time jumping rope this year. It was good for me in so many ways. Sometimes I would save my jump rope session knowing if there's going to be something stressful, or I would save it till a certain point in the day to, help myself calm down. It's also a good tool to calm down. Um, if you're stressed out about something, um, a lot of days I used it to pray, right? I would pray while I was jumping rope. And yeah, it just overall really a great year of skipping rope. The last thing I want to say is regarding the future and the future of this channel. Now, after this hour session, which was quite taxing, um, maybe I'll talk about that for a quick second. This session was pretty easy for the first 30 minutes. I should say, yeah, about 30 minutes. And then around maybe minute 36, 37, time started to really slow down on me. And from 37 to 40 felt like forever. And from 40 to 50, um, it went slowly. It went slowly. Around minute 50, if you skip ahead, um, I almost lost it. I almost got sick while jumping rope. So I'd advise, if you do skip ahead to that point, that yeah, it, I was able to keep it going, but it was tough. So I had a couple misses around minute 29, minute 30, and then I almost lost my lunch at minute 50. But after that, I had the final stretch. The last 10 minutes, they were long. Um, it's funny how much this time slows down when you're in minute 0 to 10 or 0 to 20. Everything just goes by so fast. You're like, wow, it's whipping by. And then the last 10 minutes are so long. You feel like you've skipped, 4 minutes. You look down and it's been 35 seconds. It's like, oh man. So that was hard. I also when you run out of sweat, it's hard. I basically ran out of sweat. And when you run out of sweat, you just get hotter and hotter. And so towards the end, I ran out of fluids. I wasn't hydrated enough as I should have been. And there's no way to, drink more water as you're going. So, yeah, long story short, and also there's no audio around minute 57 or something like that. Um, my father came out. I cut the audio, but my father came out and was like, "What are you doing? Stop!" Because I didn't tell anyone I was doing this, and I think he was concerned for my health. Um, but yeah, no, we finished it out. We got the hour, and I'm not going to jump rope. So today is the next day after this. I'm not going to jump rope today. I'm very, very sore. I would not want to injure myself at this point. So I'm going to take at least one day off, maybe a few days off, and then we're going to get right back into it. There's no reason to stop other than the fact that this was a massive session, and I can't just jump right back. That would be kind of dumb. I feel walking around the house that I'm like, oh my goodness, my Achilles is going to blow, my soleus is going to explode. So it would not be a good idea to go jump rope today. However, we will be back into it in the next few days, and more uploads will be coming. So I hope to add other kinds of content to this channel as well, maybe some more weightlifting and whatnot. So look forward to that. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following this year.